Hi, we are Group 3 from Tutorial Group SS8. This is a group photo of our 4 group members. We are Zhuoyan, Zi Peng, Xuyi, and Yu. In this video, we are going to demonstrate the main functions of our STARS course registration system. Let me first show you the student menu. We'll log in as a student, say student 1. We must enter the correct username and password to log in successfully. So this time let's type correctly, and we'll be able to see the student menu. We'll try out all these functions one by one, starting from add course. These are all the available courses. Let's say student 1 choose algorithm, and then he'll choose one of the available indexes listed under this course. This is successful. We can now go back and check his timetable. This index is added. Now student 1 continues to add course. He cannot choose algorithm anymore because this course has already been registered for him. He can, however, choose other courses like OODP, for example, this index. This is not successful. The system will check for clashes when adding a new index. As we can see here, the index he added just now clashes with this new index. Actually, this old index clashes with all the OODP indexes. Then, in order to add OODP, student 1 must change his current index, which is 01. Now the system will let us to choose a new index under the same course. These are all the indexes under algorithm, and student 1 will choose this. Check that this index does not clash with any of the OODP indexes. This is great. We cannot successfully add OODP. Now, can we change the index back? For example, if student 1 wants to change this new index back to the old one, it is not allowed because when changing index, the system will also check for clashes. The new index 01 clashes with the current timetable. The current registered course is OODP. Now, student 1 has 2 courses registered and in total 6 AU. Note that the maximum AU allowed is 7. So what if student 1 wants to add more courses? For example, another 3 AU course of operating system. He cannot add because of the AU constraint. Okay, just now I demonstrated adding courses and changing indexes, provided that the index has available vacancies. Now let's see what happens if we add an index with 0 vacancy. We'll take this index as an example, because this index has only 2 available slots, and one of them is taken by student 1. So what we'll do is we'll log in as another student, say Rosie 2. I will help her to take the last available vacancy of this index. And now if the third student, say Liew, came along, registered, and he is trying to add the same index, what will happen? He will enter the wait list. No more vacancies for him, and he will have to wait for others to drop. So student Liew has no course registered, only 1 course in wait list. Therefore, he cannot use the change index function because it's only for the registered course. He can, however, add courses. So for example, he wants to add algorithm and this index. No clash, this is successful. Now Liew can change index. He can choose from his registered index, not waitlist index. Okay, change it to this one. This is again unsuccessful because when checking for clashes, the system not only look at registered indexes, clashing with waitlist is also not allowed. Okay, that's all about adding and changing index. Next, Zi Peng will continue to explain more student functionalities.
Now I will talk about the function of dropping courses. Now let's log in as Rosie 2. And when we choose function number 2, which is drop course register, the system will first show a list of course indexes the student has already registered. In this case, Rosie 2 has only registered for course index 70001. Note that for this index, Liew 0183 is the first student in the waitlist. So when Rosie 2 try to drop this course index, Liew 0183 will be registered into this course index automatically. Since I am the student Liew 0183, an email will be sent to me and I will be receiving the email. As you can see, it's here. Let's go back to the menu, and this time we check the timetable of Rosie 2, As you can see, there are no any registered courses or waitlist courses. Let's go back to the menu, and this time we add back 70001. This time, Rosie 2 will be added into the waitlist since they have no any vacancy left. Let's go back in menu, and this time we can choose function number 3, which is drop course in waitlist. Again, the system will first show a list of course indexes in waitlist. So you can choose 70001. As a result, Rosie 2 now has no any registered courses or waitlisted courses. So when Rosie 2 try to use function number 2, which is drop course register again, the system will show an appropriate error message stating that there is no any registered courses. Thank you, and I will now pass to Xuyi to talk about the function of swapping indexes.
Thanks, Zi Peng. Now let's see how to swap indexes. We first log in as student Rosie 2 to register course algorithm of index 1002 for later swapping purpose. Then we log in as another student, Kobe 3. We add 2 courses for her. One is OODP of index 7702. Add another course algorithm of index 1003. Now, Kobe would like to swap her indexes, so she chooses one of her registered index, which is 1003. And now, because swapping requires 2 students, both of them have to give their consent, so the other student also have to log in using his password. Now, Liu has logged in and choose one of her registered index. This swapping is not allowed because we know 7001 and 1003 are from different courses. Now, Kobe would like to swap her index 1003 with Rosie 2. 1002 and 1003 are under the same course. However, this is also not allowed because we know Kobe has registered 7002. According to the clash matrix, the new index 1002 clashes with 7002. So this is unsuccessful. Now, finally, Kobe would like to swap her index 7002 with Liu's index 7001. This time, the swapping is successful.
Hello, and welcome to the demonstration video for MySTARS system. My name is Meng Xuyi, and I'll be demonstrating the functionalities for administrators. Now, we're in the main folder of this program, and the program is already compiled. So we can enter the program by simply using the command we have prepared for this. And now we're into the MySTARS system, and the first thing we need to do is to log in as an admin. So we press 1 to log in, and it says enter 1 if you're admin, so we enter 1 again. And we enter the username for this admin account, which is admin1. And we need to enter the password for this account. And it says the password will not be shown on the display, which is designed for security reason. And let me enter the password for admin1. And we press enter. We're into the system. As you can see, the password is not shown here. And now we're into the main menu for this admin account. And here are some functionalities available. For example, add a student exit period, add a student, and etc. The first functionality we're going to demonstrate is to add a student. So let's press 2. And the first thing we need to do is to enter the username of a student account. And here are some requirements that we must satisfy, such as the username must have length between 6 and 50, and it can only contain alphanumeric characters and underscores. And the first character of the username must be an alphabetic character. So let's use sample as the username. And it's valid. And now we're going to enter the email address for this account. And it must be ending with e.ntu.edu.sg, which is the school email address. So let's say if we enter a Gmail account, it says external email address is not allowed. Okay, so let's enter the school account. And it says your email address is this, which is the same as our input. And the next thing we need to do is to enter the password of the student account. And it must have a length of 6 digits. So let's enter the 6 digits password, let's say 1 to 6. And the next thing we need to do is to enter the matriculation number of the student in this format. And we must use the capital letters. So let's say the student has a matriculation number of... And the next thing we need to do is to enter the name of the student. Let's say his name is Peter Dan. And it's valid. And we need to enter the student's nationality. Let's say he's a Singaporean, and we will input Singapore. And we must enter the gender of this student. Let's say he's a male. And we need to enter the study year for the student. Let's say he's a year 2 student, so we enter 2. And we need to enter the semester for the student's course plan. Now we're in semester 1, so maybe the student wants to register course for semester 2, so we enter 2. And now the student is successfully added. And after adding the student, all students in the system will be displayed in this list. And we can see that Peter Yan is new account we have registered. So now let's get back to the main menu. The next functionality I want to demonstrate is editing the student access period. Let's say the access period is in January 2021. So let's do it. So we'll be inputting 2021 January. Let's say it starts on 12th and it ends on 2021 January 30th. It says the access period is successfully updated, and the new access period is from 2021 January 12th to 2021 January 30th. And we go back to the main menu. So now let's test if this access period actually works. So we will log out admin account for now, and we'll log in the student account we just created. And it says access period has not started because it's in January in the next year, and today is November 24th in 2020, so the student cannot access the system now. So let's get back to the admin menu. The next functionality I want to demonstrate is to add a course. So let's press forward. Firstly, we need to enter the school of the new course. Let's say the course belongs to business. And secondly, we need to enter the course code for the course. And we must fulfill the requirements here, such as the code must have a length of 6 and start with 2 capital letters and followed by 4 integers, such as CZ2002. So let's say the course is BU A201. And next, we need to enter the course title of this new course. It's called Business Finance. And we need to enter the academic unit. So let's say this course has 3 AU, we enter 3. And now a new course is successfully added. It gives us the summary of the new course we have just added with all the information we have input, and the updated courses list is shown as below. We can see the business finance here. Any accesses if we want to add a course index now or later, and we will do this later. So we press 2. It says an empty list will be created, and we can add indexes later. So we get back to the main menu. And next up, we're going to update the course. We press 5. So let's say we want to add an index for this business finance. We enter 5. And we select option 4, update a course index. We want to add a course index for this course. We choose option 1. And let's say the course only have 1 index. We press 1. And let's say the index number is called 66677. And the course group is G1. And we set the total available slots to 10. And it says the course index 66677 is successfully added. And before we add index, we need to update the class schedule. So let's say this index only have 1 schedule, and this class is a seminar. And let's say it took place online, so we will input online for the venue of this class. And this course happens on Tuesday, so we choose Tuesday. And the start time should be 7 p.m. and it ends on 9 p.m. And done. The class schedule is created as shown in the table here, and the new course index info is the same as what we have inputted. And it is already successfully added to the course, which is the business finance. So we get back to the main menu. We want to check the vacancy for this course to ensure that we have successfully added the course index. So we choose business finance, and it shows the index we have added just now, which is correct. We select this index, and it shows the total slots, vacancy, and students in the wait list, which is 0 because we have just created. And we get back to the main menu. The next functionality I want to show you is to print student list by index number. So let's choose option 8. Let's say we want to check one of the index of OODP class, which is OODP. And let's say we want to check the index number of 70002. We will enter the index number 70002. And we can see that there is a student called Liew Zi Peng registered for this class, and he's a male student and he's Malaysian. Okay, let's go back to the main menu. And let's say now I want to print a student list by course. I want to get an entire list for a course. So let's input 9. And let's say we want to check all the students that have registered for algorithm course. We choose option 2. And we have the whole list of the students registered for this course. We have Rosie, student 1, Liew Zi Peng, and Kobe. And let's get back to the main menu. And that's a brief demonstration of admin functionalities. If you want to know more, you're free to explore the source code we have provided. Thank you.